Hannah Gadsby's special, called Something Special on Netflix, link below, starts with the recognition that although it is filmed in a place called Sydney, Australia, that place had a name already, which was given to it by the people who lived there before white settlers showed up. I was inspired by this to do the same. In my case right now, I am on Creek land, but it seems like the name Creek is maybe sort of a catch-all term for a number of groups of people and not what they called themselves. But now I want to know more about it. Thanks for that, Hannah Gadsby. We've talked a little in other specials I've reviewed about how a lot of them now in 2023 start with an acknowledgement that everything in the world is bad. This is because comedy is releasing tension and world politics at the moment is brutally tense. This puts certain kinds of comedians in a pickle. To not address it feels fundamentally wrong, but addressing it can also be a drag, and so many people have addressed it at this point that most of the jokes sound hack because they've been said so much. I mean, just phrases like, "in these unprecedented times," at this point are enough to curl your hair. Unless you can think of something brand new to address it, which no one has said before, you're kind of stuck. Gadsby addresses it like this.
We're done. We're cooked. We're cooked. But the thing is, I don't think I can solve it. Not tonight. Not in the time allocated. So I'm just going to ignore it. And just for the next hour, we're going to feel good together, and then we can head back out there and be the mass extinction event that we are. Are you ready for that? All right.
I think we all know that feeling of admiring people who are good at talking about heavy subjects, but also feeling like, oh man, this is going to be intense. Gadsby might have thought this necessary because of how much press and recognition they got for their shows Nanette, which appeared in 2017, and Douglas in 2019. Those shows included a lot of very serious themes. They might have wanted to make it super clear at the top of the new show that this one will be lighter. Of course, that could also be a misdirection so that we don't see the heavier themes coming.
This is a feel-good show. Or is it? No, it is. It is.
I want to talk about how much I love this delivery. It's coming from this place of wide-eyed wonder that makes Gadsby feel like someone who is easy to get to know. It's so much fun to listen to them talk, but it also means that they can say critical stuff and it's still fun. Like this.
But we had a good reason for having a novelty cake. The reason being we wanted to trick a Christian baker.
If someone with a darker, more sardonic persona said the exact same words Gadsby is saying, it would come off much heavier. Everybody watching this who has written and performed comedy has had moments where they've written something they absolutely love that audiences just don't like. I used to do a joke about dating a vampire who only wanted to suck my blood, saying that I was in the friend zone, but really I was in the food zone. Crowds reacted to that joke with the sort of indifference one usually only encounters in a mausoleum. But on the plus side, when you see another comedian do a joke like that and the audience simultaneously enters a coma, the comics in the room are filled with joy. That's what happened to me when I heard this joke go by.
I had to ask my dad what he thought because he's not a whistleblower, not on his own feelings.
For a long time, I've tried to stop myself going meta when jokes fail. It feels a little bit like a dirty trick, and it is so widely done. By going meta, I mean resorting to information about the show itself, like saying, wow, okay, I'm never going to say that again, or something else, to acknowledge that the joke went flat. But the fact is, it does work. When the crowd's not laughing, they are recognizing that they're not laughing, which means there is tension there that you can call out for laughs. You can also do this on purpose, saying something that you know the crowd won't like, then bringing them back on the meta stuff. Here's Gadsby on their whistleblower joke.
So I asked him, that deserved more, but you do you. Whistleblower on your feelings. I like that. We'll probably edit it out because it got nothing. And this is about how you feel about the show. I'm not attached. Okay, we got that.
If you haven't had that moment yet as a comedy writer, using a joke that you love, seeing it perform like a hot fart on a commuter train, but loving it anyway, well, just know that that moment is coming for you. Gadsby drops another one on the audience a little bit later, and this time they get it.
I solved it 6 months later. I did, quite by accident. It was during that time, when in between variants, that little perineum of time, when we...
Perineum of time, Gadsby, you sly devil. I love that one. This is a great special. I absolutely love Gadsby's delivery. I think it gives him a way to talk about super serious stuff while also being relatable and fun to listen to. There's a ton of polish here as well. Highly recommended. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and maybe jump on the Patreon if you want to help me make more. And if you want to talk about comedy writing with people who are trying to do it in a constructive way, we also have a Discord channel.